you're not ready for this. After months of waiting, Dandadan is finally back. And it's back with a bang, crazier, wilder, and more unhinged than ever. If you thought you'd already seen everything this anime had to offer, better brace yourself. Because Season 2 kicked the door down, smashed the ceiling, and blew expectations to pieces. Momo was just vibing, enjoying a relaxing bath, when out of nowhere, some freaky creature straight out of hell shows up. And to make it worse, the thing brought back up. Rude much? They try to grab Momo, but out of nowhere, a massive fish comes flying and smacks the intruders in the face. Momo kicks in her crazy powers with a wild explosion and tries to make a run for it. The alien thing's right behind her. But then the ceiling collapses, literally, and there she is, Turbo Granny, chilling by the fountain like nothing's going on. Turns out she was hiding in Momo's backpack the whole time, just waiting to step in. And in the end, those creepy monsters weren't even real demons. They were just a bunch of pervs in disguise. Ran off the second jail became a possibility. Turbo Granny keeps it real. Momo, stay away from Gigi's house. That place has got bad vibes. Smells like blood and something way off. Meanwhile, Gigi and Ocarin stumble into a scene straight out of a horror flick. They think it's Momo at the door, and go to open it. But no, it's just a crew of weird old ladies who barely look human. They waltz right in and start feasting like it's their place. The head of the bunch? Gigi's grandma. And shockingly, she's actually human, or so they claim. Gigi explains that these ladies own the property, and if it weren't for them, he'd be living on the streets. Then he drops this weak excuse. I was just picking up a friend. But the grannies immediately start beefing with him, because they hate anything ghost related. One of them even pulls out a shotgun, just to show how serious she is about it. A cop shows up and looks like he's about to arrest her for carrying heat. But guess what? He's part of the same gang. And yeah, those weird skin dudes? Still creepy as hell. The old dudes start grilling Ocarin, trying to figure out what he's doing there. But the kid's slick, dodging questions like he's playing in the World Cup finals. Meanwhile, Momo shows up at some mystical shrine, where a dude is standing frozen in a next-level yoga pose, more like demonic calisthenics. And the highlight? The guy's rocking some serious Rock Lee-style eyebrows, straight out of Konoha. Momo walks into the shrine hyped, thinking she's about to face off with some creepy ghost snake. But what does she find? Just a dried-up snake husk, looking like a crusty old flip-flop. Totally disappointed with the whole trip, she decides to head straight back to Gigi's place. When she gets there, she's greeted by a crowd with that something bad's about to go down look. Ocarin and Gigi are out cold on the floor, full nap mode activated. Then one of the shady dudes goes after Momo, but he clearly wasn't ready for Momo's legendary dropkick. Then comes a knee to the nose so brutal, even her own knee tapped out. The girl's got karate sharper than a fresh razor blade, man. And the guy? He takes a full-on kick to the family jewels. If that made you flinch, type stay strong, brother, in the comments. Another creep tries to grab Momo, but enter Turbo Granny, the living legend. But don't get it twisted, she didn't step in cause she likes Momo. She was just pissed the guy interrupted her nap. And just like that, she kicks Momo too, because in her book, pervs and heroes get smacked equally. Momo realizes it's time to dip. Urgently, Granny's running on 220 volts, reflexes like a teen on an energy drink. She grabs Momo and chucks her across the room like it's nothing. And seriously, just look at this Granny's face. Straight up nightmare fuel. Then, she decides to spill the tea about the creepy snake Momo had gone to investigate earlier. The Granny starts dropping the lore bomb. Because of her family, there's this whole ritual involving offerings. And that keeps the evil snake chill, keeping things under control. But there's a catch. 3 offerings are still missing to complete the full ceremony. And guess who she's planning to sacrifice? Yep, Momo and her crew. Talk about rude. Momo tries to make a run for it, but she's surrounded by way too many minions. And then, bam, the ground turns into some demonic quicksand, sucking her down like it's Scooby-Doo but horror edition. Thankfully, Ocarin and Gigi snap out of their nap just in time and manage to pull Momo out, only for all 3 of them to fall into a freaky room filled with cursed energy. And just when you think it can't get any weirder, this room warps them into another dimension, so big it could fit a school bus-sized snake. And guess what? Surprise! There is a giant snake waiting for them. Actually, calling it a snake is too generous. It's more like a mutant deathworm. Turbo Granny, who's really more like evil Granny now, starts hyping up the beast, telling it to eat them all. But plot twist, the worm loses focus and starts chomping down on its own henchmen. This place was already creepy, but now it's full-on nightmare mode. So the trio does the smart thing. They bolt fast, but Gigi notices something seriously wrong. Ocarin and Momo start twitching like they ate some expired meat pies. Ocarin begins transforming and can't even control his powers anymore. Things are getting seriously messed up, and here's the kicker. This is just the beginning of Dandadan Season 2, so you already know what to do, right? Smash that like button, hit subscribe so you don't miss the next insane recap, and go check out the video popping up on your screen right now. It's just as crazy. Catch you in the next one.